So before we continue with the microscopic examination, I wanted to address an issue that I've spoken about quite a bit in the past, but maybe it should be reminded, like, for the new audience. I was just reminded of that because now when I stop the music in the last couple of hours, I mean, you know, the people outside, I mean, they went out of their way. I mean, you know, that's the time to attack the robot with the heavy machines, and, you know, so just, I mean, you know, as early as possible, the cleaning machine, you know, the autozevel, like the junk truck, everything, you know, that you can see watching all of the videos in this channel, like, I mean, the regular terror. So, I mean, of course, I continued with the noise. But it should be said very clearly, especially for people that do not understand, like, what's going on, like, and this was discussed at great length in the past, several times. But I should remind you very quickly. What you call the T are what I call the red mirrors. Okay? The red mirrors. And my mirrors, my robots is what I call the yellow mirrors. They're not really yellow and red. It's just color code. And there are also the brown ones which belong to the male titans of Venus. Now, the female titans require the brown ones, but they can't get it because they don't have access to Venus, at least not all the time, and it's a problem to find males because of the genocide. But they have access to my yellow ones that are like much better and can be equivalent to the brown ones. Say they eat my tea, and you all over the world, you eat the female tea. Okay? And the bicycle mechanism is operated in a way that what I do affects the female titans, and what they do affects the males. Or only also the females, but I mean of the Homo sapiens all over the world. And it's like Even Yarum is Paraim, like, I mean, paper, rock, scissors. Because the Homo sapiens, they control my destiny. Not with the bicycle mechanism, but with any other way they want. Because, I mean, I'm their victim all the time. They torture me all the time. In a million ways. They take my daughters from me, they torture me. Just now you've seen like another bit of torture. I mean, I'm under arrest in this room, and I mean, they bring like their heavy machines like to execute me. So, of course, I mean, according to logic, not only to logic, I mean, to basic morality, the female titans of this world, they owed me their life. So they should have, like, I mean, do everything that they can to, I mean, protect me and help me, and, like, I mean, of course, be in my side. It's so natural that, I mean, it doesn't even need to be said, but it's not the case. I mean, reality is that they torture me all my life. Because they are scumbags. The worst are, of course, these that live in Israel, of course, but the ones that live abroad are all scumbags, and they know about my existence, and they know that they depend on me, but they torture me all my life, even though they depend on me. Why? Because they are scumbags. Because they are scumbags. But even a scumbag understands that if they do not control the Homo sapiens that are under their control because of the bicycle mechanism, these people will torture me, and then I will torture them, the females, in return. Even a scumbag can understand it, but they fail to understand it. For some reason, I don't know why. There is like a huge failure of understanding here, like, I mean, of what's actually going on. I mean, it's not only failure of morality or ethics, but it's also a failure of logic, because these humans know that, I mean, they need me in order to live. They get the material, they want it from me. And they know that if the Homo sapiens goons that are under the command torture me, I retaliate with this music and other electricity and other stuff that works against them. So why do they still not stop the Homo sapiens that are under their command? Because they too have ego and they hate God. They have ego and they hate God, and they want the Homo sapiens to torture me, and they don't mind the worms in their body. So, I mean, if you don't mind the worms in their body, I mean, let's continue with the worms in their body. Of course, not only the worms, but, I mean, mostly worms.